Straight ahead on 12 News, here comes the train.
Well, the holiday train is North America's longest rolling fundraiser.
What you need to know about the holiday train, coming to Golden Valley and New Hope. Plus, you're not seeing things real Christmas trees, colored purple, pink, and blue. But first, at long last, a 40-year wait is over. 12 News starts right now. Good things come to those who wait, and wait a long time.
Hello everyone. Drivers in Maple Grove can now finally reach I-94 via Highway 610. The final segment of 610 opened shortly before 2:30 p.m. on Friday afternoon. The 3-mile stretch between County Road 81 and I-94 was supposed to open in mid-November, but it was delayed.
And the completion of Highway 610 means that there's now a connection to westbound I-94, but there is still one remaining piece of the project that Maple Grove is lobbying to get finished. From 610, Maple Grove Parkway is now the only way to access I-94 eastbound, and that'll put a lot of pressure on the parkway. Maple Grove needs $45 million to build a ramp connecting 610 to I-94 eastbound, as well as a bridge to County Road 30.
We are moving forward like we're going to get this done here in the next few years, you know, keep moving. We don't want it to take that long because we really think it's important to really make that 610-94 interchange, you know, that intersection there of those new roadways really work to their best capacity.
Maple Grove needs state, county, and city money to finish the project.
We'll have more on the 610 opening in just a moment, but first some other news. Osseo police could soon be patrolling the streets on 2 wheels. The city recently received a grant through the Minnesota Department of Health for the purchase of 2 bikes. The move is seen as a way to help officers become more approachable to residents. The Osseo City Council is expected to approve the bike patrol on Monday. Well, local cities are rolling out the red carpet for an opportunity they don't get to have very often.
Usually the Canadian Pacific holiday train passes through the area without stopping, but not this year. With stops planned in Golden Valley and New Hope, Shannon Slatton explains what you need to know.
There's nothing quite like seeing a train trimmed with Christmas lights roll to a stop right in front of you.
And we deck this thing out. We've got running reindeer, Santa Clauses.
This year, families in New Hope and Golden Valley will have that opportunity when the Canadian Pacific holiday train comes to town.
Right here in New Hope, we're going to have a show for the very first time. We're also going to have new shows in Golden Valley and St. Louis Park. So we expect a lot of first-timers out there, and we're very excited to welcome them to this holiday tradition.
The experience is free. The holiday train will pull up, a stage will come down, and everyone will be treated to a show.
All we ask is that if you can, bring down a donation for your local food shelf.
Hunger and food insecurity is an issue in every community the holiday train passes through.
Well, the holiday train is North America's longest rolling fundraiser.
Really exciting to know that they are putting out a really focused and large effort to increase donations for local food shelves.
So at the Golden Valley stop, food donations will go to the Prism Food Shelf. And Executive Director Michelle Ness encourages people to think about giving some of the most needed items.
So encourage folks to think about canned protein, so that can be chicken, tuna, mackerel, peanut butter even, baking items, flour, sugar, oil, salt.
Besides arriving early for parking and bringing a food item to donate, the other thing you need to know is dress for the weather.
Warm clothes would be my first advice. It's going to be chilly out there.
But at the end of the evening, the holiday train could become a holiday tradition for your family.
We believe that a lot of the people coming out just really want to make a difference, and if they can enjoy a good show and have a fun evening with some family-friendly entertainment to top it off, then that just makes it a great opportunity.
In New Hope and Golden Valley, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
Holiday train food donations collected in New Hope will go to the food group. The holiday train is in New Hope at 2:30 Saturday and then in Golden Valley at 3:45. Each city has parking suggestions, and we have posted them all on our website.
In Brooklyn Park, some young students got a gift of warmth and love.
Look at these. These are called quilts. They're kind of like blankets. Say blanket.
Blanket.
Say quilt.
Quilt.
They are actually called We Quilts, and each one, handed out by Jean Herr, is unique. They were a gift to 4- and 5-year-old pre-kindergartners at Woodland Elementary School this week. They're all made by a woman in Wisconsin who donates her time, talents, and materials to make them. She cannot travel, so Jean brought them to school.
Go ahead. She also was interested in their learning, and that's why she puts so many pieces into the quilts, because there's so much to talk about, and language development is so important.
The quilts have even gone overseas, as well as to many other schools in Minnesota and Wisconsin, and Jean says they are meant to tell the kids that they are loved. Coming up, a new Christmas tree trend, real trees getting a colorful look. We'll show you next.
And then a little bit later in sports, Park Center meets Maple Grove as the gymnastics season gets underway.
But first, get ready for some snow. The entire system could bring 2 to 4 inches of snowfall this weekend. Hello again, everyone. Earlier in this show, we told you about the opening of Highway 610. After decades of planning, it was a big day for the people who've been working on it.
Absolutely. Eric Nelson is at the scene with the potential impact to our area.
Alex and Mike, the seeds for the 610 freeway were planted over 40 years ago. Now, after countless delays, the project is finally complete. 610 will be a link between I-94 and I-35W. And some are calling this the Northern Crosstown. The 610 corridor has already fostered job growth in Brooklyn Park, and Maple Grove could soon see a business boom too.
It's going to open up business opportunities along Highway 610, and especially at the intersection of 94 and Highway 610. You know, transportation, especially access to a main highway corridor like I-94 is huge to a business when making location and site location decisions.
It was a day of jubilation for MnDOT.
This is, I can safely state, the newest piece of pavement in the entire state of Minnesota.
As the final 3-mile stage of the 610 freeway was christened.
We're very pleased. That it was a long project, and it's great to be out here to watch it open up.
610 was built in 5 chunks, and this final piece to the puzzle should reduce traffic and make it easier for residents in the northwest suburbs to travel north and west.
People that live in this area, probably myself included, have used County Road 81 as kind of a little bit of a shortcut to get from 35W over to 94, and we've gone down 81 all the way up to Rogers, and now we're going to have Highway 610 going the entire way to 94.
Now, earlier today we drove the entire route of the 610 freeway from I-35W to I-94. We went 16 miles in approximately 15 minutes in non-rush hour conditions. Back to you, Alex and Mike.
All right, thanks very much, Eric. In other news, juniors in Integration School District 287 received some words of wisdom about what to do now to be successful in the job market. State Senator John Hoffman talked about his work as a young man with youth in the correction system and how he saw things that he wanted to change. That's one reason he became an elected official, first as a school board member and then as a state senator.
I was angry about how unfair this was, and it made 0 sense to me. So based on that, I decided I wanted to fix that. I wanted to change that. So I ran for Senate in 2012.
Channel 12 photojournalist Dustin Scholl also spoke about his job, telling the students to find something they are passionate about and then work hard at it. Many folks are shopping for the perfect Christmas tree.
And there is a new tree trend that is sure to brighten up the holidays. Reporter Sonia Goen shows us.
The holiday season is a time for tradition. And nothing says tradition like your classic Christmas tree. But hold on, there's a new Christmas tree trend.
We are looking at fresh Christmas trees gone to the next generation.
You're not seeing things. These are real colored trees.
Well, they certainly do stand out.
The tinted trees come in purple, pink, and blue.
Yeah, they stand out.
And for some reason, Purple is popular.
If I went with a purple, it would probably be because of Prince.
The vibrant shades are the rage among young people.
We certainly have increased interest in the trees, and people love to have their pictures taken in front of them.
For those who like to make a statement with their Christmas tree, this may be the way to go.
When you light them up with twinkling lights, not only does the color shine through, but it gives you kind of that colorful glow throughout your home.
But for others, only a traditional Christmas tree will do.
I think for me, I like more of the traditional green look, but they certainly are different.
Sonia Goins, 12 News.
The trees are painted and then delivered to Bachman's. Colorful trees cost about $120. They do stand out a little. Yep. Still ahead, what some see as the best way to enjoy Christmas with a fishing pole. We'll show you coming up.
But first, Maple Grove takes on Armstrong-Cooper in a boys hockey battle. John Jacobson has that and much more coming up next in sports.
Now, John Jacobson with sports, starting with hockey and Maple Grove. They have a big game Saturday and a win just a couple days ago, or last night.
Yeah. Last night, getting a win, breaking up in a close game, too, middle of the game. Maple Grove's boys hockey team does have a rematch with Anoka Saturday, a team that beat them in the Section 5 AA final last season. Crimson tuned up for that contest with a Northwest Suburban Conference crossover game against Armstrong-Cooper. Justin Kelly wins the draw to Sam Huff across to Tyler Borsch for the goal, and it's 1-0 Crimson. Jack Kelly's point shot hits a Wings player on the way to a net. It's a power play goal for a 2-0 lead. Eric Evans wins the face-off to Nick Gonrowski, and Evans with a great deflection gets the Wings on the board. It's 2-1. Less than a minute later, Borsch steals the breakout pass and sets up Jared Camerata for the backhander to restore the Crimson's 2-goal lead. Late in the first period, Evans on the rush, and he sets up Mitchell Waletsky for the wrist shot goal for the Wings. It's 3-2 Maple Grove after one. In the second, Matthew Jaglow has the puck knocked loose, but he stays with it to score for a nice goal, and it's a 4-2 Maple Grove lead. Huff finishes the period with a goal on a shorthanded rush. Maple Grove goes on to win this game 6-2. In girls hockey, Wayzata had won 3 of 4 games heading into their Thursday night game at home against Shakopee. Late first period of this one, Emily Wisniewski with a shot for the point that's in for a goal. It's 1-0 Trojans. And that's how it stays until the third period. Shakopee's Tristan Truax dancing through the defense scores to tie it up. And with less than 30 seconds left to play in regulation, the Sabres buzz the net and Truax scores on the backhand. That's the game winner. 2-1 Shakopee the final. The Trojans are now 4-3 on the season. In boys hockey, Wayzata lost by the same 2-1 score as the Trojans fell to Breck in overtime. Austin Heidemann scored both Mustangs goals, including the game winner 2 minutes and 30 seconds into overtime. Grant Anderson scored the lone Wayzata goal. Well, a high school gymnastics season is now underway. 2 local teams competed in their conference opener. Park Center was at home to face Maple Grove. In the uneven bars, this is Maple Grove's Carrie Turner. She leads the Crimson with a score of 8.825 and finishes second in the event overall. Park Center's Maddie Clausen had a good night competing. The senior wins 3 events plus the all-around. She lands a bar score of 8.85 in this close meet between the two teams. Maddie Clausen excited about that routine. On to the balance beam, where the winner is Maple Grove's Nadia Abid. She earns a mark of 8.85, tying Clausen for first place. The Crimson's Emma Stevens puts together a nice floor exercise routine. Stevens with a score of 9.4. helps her team secure a win over the Pirates. Haley Illy tops Park Center on the floor, scoring a 9.1. She finishes second in the all-round and on the floor. Crimson edged the Pirates by a point and a half, 135.675 to 134.175. In boys swimming, Armstrong hosted Osseo at a Northwest Suburban Conference meet. 200 medley relay, and the Osseo team of Lorenzo Masarenas, Luke Churchill, John Schober, and Noah Rudd take first place with a time of 1 minute 55.61 seconds. 200-yard freestyle. Osseo's Duncan Masterman swims to the victory. His time 2 minutes 14.8 seconds, just 0.3 of a second ahead of runner-up Aiden Lyon of Armstrong. In the 200-yard individual medley, it's Ethan Womack way out in front. He wins by 6 seconds. His time 2 minutes, 11.46 seconds. And in the 50 freestyle race, Duncan Petrie of Armstrong closes strong to win going away. His time 24.39 seconds. Armstrong goes on to beat Osseo 95-69. It's another big day in Minnesota high school basketball. Saturday's 13th annual Breakdown Sports Tip-Off Classic features 16 boys games on the 2 courts at Lindbergh Center. Armstrong is one of 4 local teams in the breakdown this year. The Falcons will take on 8th-ranked Tartan at 2:15 Saturday afternoon. Host Hopkins, last year's state champions, will meet Rochester John Marshall at 3:45. In the evening, scheduled at 7 o'clock, it's 5th-ranked Maple Grove playing De La Salle. The Islanders are ranked 1st in Class 3A. And the final game pits Champlin Park, ranked number 1 in Class 4A, against 3rd-ranked Apple Valley. The Eagles beat the Rebels 2 years ago in the state championship day. And that's a look at sports.
All right, thanks, John. We'll be right back.
And finally, looking for a little Minnesota humor to put you in the Christmas spirit?
Yellow Tree Theater has just the thing with their latest offering. Neil Persley has more in today's Weekend Showcase.
Great to see you, Cassie.
Holy eel pelt! Yellow Tree Theater has another original smash hit on their hands. Jessica Lynn Peterson has come up with yet another hysterical uber Minnesotan original play just in time for Christmas.
A woman from Duluth grows up, wants to get out of Dodge, goes to Boston, becomes a newscaster, moves down to the cities, comes back to get some interview on the ice fishing contest, and sort of gets caught up in it all.
The play features 2 sisters who are very different, competing in a fishing contest and on a deeper level, life.
It's ridiculous, so we take all this, the ice fishing house scenario and the love for fishing, and we just sort of raise the stakes on everything.
The one sister is simultaneously working at her TV job, doing live broadcasts on the ice and contending with a past love interest, also in the fishing contest, until something goes very wrong.
So they're ice fishing on Lake Superior, and their ice fish house breaks away from shore and is floating away in the middle of Lake Superior on an ice cap.
Dude, you are hardcore.
This is when things start to get really surreal. Thoroughly entertaining and over the top. I give Gone Fishing Christmas a rating of W for wacky.
I'm real warm, Katie. What? Put your pants on. Oh.
Well, Weekend Showcase, I'm Neil Persley, 12 News.
You must.
Gone Fishing Christmas is on stage now through December 30th. Tickets are limited. For more information, you can go to yellowtreetheater.com. What do you say?
Off the deep end, baby. I know.
That's
Wacky
right.
could be a good description. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We will see you back here again on Monday.